Peace, 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 beautiful people. So, I just wanted to come up here because I was surfing around YouTube the other night, and I meant to do a video on this too because, people don't know unless they're actually working in this field. So, basically, I watched a little video that was from ABC News, and there was a lady basically saying, she recorded, she had a little hidden camera in her mother's room. Her mom was in a nursing facility, aka a nursing home, and she had put a hidden camera in her mom's room, to ensure that she was getting proper care, all of that good stuff, which is very highly common, which I also think is bullshit, because if you have to go and, put hidden cameras in there, then you can have your family home. But that's, we'll talk about that later. So, basically, her mother was on a vent. I'm sorry, she wasn't on a vent. She had a tracheostomy, which is basically a hole in your neck to allow you to breathe. And her mother, evidently, the breathing machine that was attached to it may have came off during the night, and she was trying to get to her call light, but the call light was on the floor. So basically, the woman passed away, which is very, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So the daughter, she was basically like, no one was paying attention to my mother, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, upset, crying in tears, which, it's hard losing a loved one, especially your mom or your dad. But I had to dissect that whole entire video because I've been in this field now 16 years, 17 years. Yeah, it's been 17 years because my son is 17 now. Wow. Time go by fast. So yeah, I've been in this field now for 17 years. And I've seen all kinds of craziness in the nursing home. And I've seen a lot of good things in the nursing home too. So I'm going to dissect this as quickly as possible for y'all. So you can understand why my opinion is the way it is on this topic. So, she said she had to place her mother in the facility because she wasn't able to, take care of her and all these other things. I completely get it. Because a lot of the baby boomers, their children are not yet retired and they still have to work. So I completely understand. But a lot of people too do not know that there are options out there, such as home health, you have respite care, things of that nature, right? So the thing that bothered me with the whole video was, she's like, my mom, she couldn't get no help, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, this and this and that, nobody care. Let me say something. Condolences to her and her mother, because that should not have happened. Now, I don't know if the call bell fell on the floor, which happens, because a lot of times these nursing homes, they don't have, they'll have the call bells, but it won't have the actual clip on the call bell where you can attach it to the bed. A lot of times you can attach it to the patient's gown so they can access it better in case of an emergency like this. I'm thinking the call bell may have fell on the floor, but I could be wrong because I wasn't there. She said that they didn't care, the staff, this and this and that. She saw discrepancies in the past that things weren't being done right. My thing is, if you felt that way, you can always move your loved one to another facility. Anytime you are not comfortable with your loved one in a nursing facility, you can terminate their time being there, long as you give a 30-day notice. It's just like renting a house, right? You can do the same thing with the nursing home, as well as assisted living facilities as well. So basically, long story short, she said she wasn't satisfied with the care. She had to go there and make sure, and I quote, make sure that the staff were doing like they were supposed to, XYZ. Now, mind you, I don't have a problem with that, because some of these people that work in these facilities need to be checked. And I'm being really nice about that. A lot of them need to be checked. But you also have, and this is in my experience, where family members will stand over you while you're working tirelessly to make sure that their family members are clean or fed, whatever. They will stand over you and watch and won't lift a finger to help. That's in my experience. I can't speak for anyone else. I'm telling you about my experience. And then you also have the family members that'll jump right in and help. Hey, let's turn mama over. Let's get her clean, da-da-da-da-da. And then you also have the ones that just dump their families there, and they're never seen again until this person is very, very ill or passes away. And once they come to the facility, they take all their frustrations out on you, because they're so upset that their family member passed away and that they were not seeing them as they should have. They get angry with you. And that's not right. So to break it down in a nutshell, because this is going to be really, really quick, a lot of these people, like, when I was watching this video, they were saying that, they put a hidden camera in the actual facility so they can see for themselves what's going on. And they're like, the people had to wait over an hour to get a bath, and, this and this and that. Call lights were going on. Let me tell y'all something. That is real. That is real. But it is not the fault of the CNAs. It's not the fault of the nurses. I'm going to break it down for you. You have these people that run these nursing facilities, which are called administrators. Some are called CEOs, whatever. These people are giving a bonus. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You heard me right. They're giving a bonus if they stay within the budget of X amount of dollars. If they stay within that budget, what's not spent goes in their pocket. This is a fact. There's no debate. I've been working in this field so long. I have seen the drastic negative changes. This is why I continue to work with my elderly, because I feel like, I know I'm the change that's needed. This is why I'm trying to start my own facility, because I've seen so much these last 17 years, and people don't understand unless you actually work in it. I've seen where they used to have wipes that the patients, we can use for them to clean them. They're just like baby wipes, but they're for adults. I've seen where those have been cut. And ever since then, there has been a high increase in UTIs, urinary tract infections. Why? Because they're not properly getting cleaned. You took the wipes, and then you don't provide enough towels and washcloths in these facilities, and these people aren't getting properly cleaned. Like, those are just facts, child. Also, I've seen where because I used to be a CNA before I became a nurse, I've even seen the quality of diapers, the briefs that they wear, thinner and thinner and thinner each year, even to the point where you can't even snap the sides. This is true. The food, oh my God. They have licensed dietitians that come into these buildings and say, okay, this is the diet for them based off their health and physical, what they need, da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, if you have 25% of your residents in a facility with high blood pressure, and you know this as a dietitian, right? Why in the entire hell will you allow this facility to serve salty as pork 3 times a day? And then we wonder when we get to work and we check these people's blood pressure, why the hell is sky high? Because they're being fed ham 3-4 times a week, bacon 7 days a week, sausage 7 days a week. I had a patient tell me one time, well, goddamn, I'm just hammed the hell out. Like, it's sad. It is sad. Like, they don't get decent, nutritious meals. But this is the fucked up part, y'all, because the nicer facilities, and I've worked at those too, the real nice, fancy, smancy facilities, regular people cannot stay there because 9 times out of 10, there's no 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, they're private pay. They're private pay facilities. And a lot of these people that go into these nice private pay facilities are very wealthy. A lot of us are not. And so you get to go into the Medicaid or Medicare facilities, and these administrators basically don't care, what you got to say about your mama or daddy getting served ham and sausage and bacon and stuff every day. They don't care. They don't care that these people don't have wives. They don't care. It's not their problem. Their problem is they want to move in as many residents as possible because that's money, 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 money. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, well, these nursing homes, they don't make a lot. That's a lie. They're funded by the government. Right? And then the thing that gets me, there's money allotted for contact tracers to come into these facilities, but there's no money for these people to have decent food and decent health care. Because a lot of these doctors over these nursing facilities, they don't give a shit neither. They just don't. I remember when I first became a nurse, I had to go off on a doctor, and I was kind of scared I was going to lose my job. But thankfully I didn't. My director of nursing at the time, she was like, hey, we all have to do it. Just stay professional, but you have to advocate for your patient. That's our duty as nurses, to advocate for them. Because a lot of times they can't advocate for themselves. And so that's our duty to them, right? So back to the fancy facilities. I've worked in one. I eventually quit it because I I just didn't like it. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I didn't think it was fair. And it's not the patient's fault for being rich. But I just wish that, the regular schmegular nursing homes could be as good as those, right? So, the whole scope of healthcare involving geriatrics is so saddening. It is so sad. Like, it's pathetic. We have to do better by the elderly people. And what I don't understand, why there's not more nurses speaking out on this, even CNAs. Why aren't more of us speaking out on this? Because we see it. We know what goes down. I'm going to give you a good example. The state of North Carolina, they decided a few years ago to implement where they will take the bed rails off of these beds, off these patients' beds, because they had an incident where one of the patients, I forget where it was. I can't remember if it was in Charlotte or Concord. I can't remember right off the top of my head where this happened, but one of the residents' head was stuck inside the bed rail, and they ended up breaking their neck. So the state of North Carolina said, okay, we're going to stop all bed rails for everybody. They say the bed rails are only negated for those that need them. But I take care of people right now that need bed rails that are classified as a foul risk that do not have bed rails. Like, something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong. You mean to tell me, and let me tell y'all something else too. These people that make these laws on, the nursing home laws, whatever, a lot of them never worked in this field. Some of them that do the state inspections are like regular people off the street. And I'm not dissing anyone. I'm not. That's not what I'm here to do. But I feel like this. If you never worked in these facilities, or you just come in and walk around and take notes, how do you feel it's okay for... What y'all whispering about? What is that? Oh, sorry, y'all. My teenager's just here whispering while I'm doing this video. But yeah, so like, how can y'all sit here and make these rules when it's affecting these people? Like, you don't know it's affecting these people because you're not in these facilities actually working. It's just mind-boggling to me. And it's so sad. And, once again, everyone in the state I live, not everyone, but some people, they're more pissed off about the bars not being open or the gyms. And it's people in these nursing homes that can't even have visitors yet because they're still on lockdown. These people are saying they want to die. This is what I hear when I go to work. I had a man tell me, I don't want to die here. I want to go home. And I had to ask him, like, what's going on? What do you mean? Explain it to me. And he said he did not want to be there. He felt in his heart and his soul that his time was near. And if he is going to go, he'd rather go at home. Because like he said, if I go in here, it's not like my family can come and see me. I will go straight to the funeral home because this COVID shit. And this is what he said. And he is absolutely right. He is absolutely right. You know, everybody should have the right to die where they want to. And it's just sad. These people, they can't even have visitors. Imagine being in one room that's probably the size of your kitchen, and it's you and a roommate. You may have a roommate that holler and scream all night because they may have dementia and they can't help it. And they're hollering and screaming all night. You can't get any rest. They're not resting, the roommate. And the only time y'all can get rest is during the daytime because the roommate that was yelling and screaming all night is asleep. So that's when you're able to get your sleep because they're asleep. And then the pattern repeats itself day after day after day. That leads to depression, y'all. It's like a prison. Like, can you imagine being in that situation? Or you want to see your children because you're used to them coming to see you every week and you can't? Some sad stuff. Messed up world we live in. But I know in my heart I have to do something to change this. I have to because I can't just sit back and continue to see what's going on. Like, these people that work over these facilities are so heartless. Like, it's sad. It's very sad. So I'm gonna stop there with this, and I will talk to y'all later on another topic. What's it gonna be like? I don't know. I'm trying to get as many videos out there as I can this week, because I have work coming up soon, the next day or so. So anywho, I will talk to you beautiful people later. Please send love and light to these elderly people in these nursing homes. It is so needed. So needed. Alright. Also, love and light to the other CNAs and nurses that's out here working during this pandemic. Stay safe. Protect your immune system. And stay grounded, because it's very easy to get triggered during these times, especially working in healthcare. You come across all kinds of things, and it's even harder when you're aware of what's going on. But I'm going to leave it at that. I will talk to you beautiful people later. Peace.